Welcome back to First Things First, Undisputed, coming up right after this. Good morning to you, Joy. What are you and the guys talking about today?
Good morning, Jenna. Good morning, guys. Coming up on Undisputed, would a Cavs title really be that big of an upset? And should the Sixers still be considered favorites to land LeBron this summer? Plus, Rob Parker is in studio with us to discuss LeBron's legacy. Undisputed is coming up next. Jenna, back to you guys.
Joy, Nick almost fell off his chair when you asked if a Cavs title is really that unexpected. Anyway, thank you. We look forward to that. It is now time for Say What? On Monday, Yale defeated Duke to win the men's lacrosse NCAA championship. It took a while for the moment to register for head coach Andy Shea. Say what?
This team seemed different. 1883 was the last time. National champs, dude! Sorry. It's okay, man. You're allowed to. Oh, you're allowed to do that. Sorry. You don't have to apologize.
I just looked over the shoulder and saw the score.
You are national champs.
Sorry.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yale won the lacrosse national championship.
Amazing.
That is amazing. Listen, I covered lacrosse for 4 years when I was at Syracuse, so I got into it. Yale winning is, talk about upsets. Now, I know Yale's got some good coaches in a lot of sports we don't cover. I don't know if you want to.
Yep. Cece's wife, Sue, her dad is the Yale fencing coach.
Yeah.
And he's been there for a long time.
Oldest coach in NCAA, yes.
It's incredible.
Oldest coach in Division I in NCAA?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that part of it.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Look, it's Yale.
Let's get Sue on to talk about it. Sue!
Around here, talk some college
fencing at Yale.
Oh, yeah, she'll cut you up.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
have
be
no
careful,
doubt.
man.
I'm sure Jenna don't want to challenge her to that.
No, but she'd have to catch me. So
But she's pretty fast, too, Jenna.
I know.
And she's middle-aged.
No,
Yeah, she's embracing it. She's 100% Armenian, though. It ain't that same thing.
Jamaican, 100% Jamaican.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's on the other side of the tree. No.
What?
No.
Hey, back to LeBron James. Right now he is in Cleveland, but
My brother in Cleveland.
will be is still way up in the air. Questions as he enters the Sports Trade Finals against the Warriors. According to Las Vegas, the Sixers are the favorites to sign James. Ben Simmons was asked if he could coexist with LeBron, and he said, only one way to find out. Oh, CC, would LeBron be a good fit with the Sixers?
They got to make some adjustments. I mean, not only the development that they're going through as players, trying to get Markelle Fultz back to full speed, get his jumper back from three-point lane, putting back in control of that franchise as the point guard. Ben Simmons got some development that he's got to do this offseason, be a better ball handler, be more careful with the basketball. And besides that, the biggest obstacle, learning how to shoot. Joel Embiid, you can see this year started playing back-to-backs. His overall conditioning, you could see him being better. One day, potentially, can he be the best player in the NBA? And LeBron James, he would have to compromise. He'd have to come off the ball a little more. Maybe he goes to what I think is the best position for him moving forward, and that's to play power forward. So I think the 76ers is the best spot for LeBron, that he doesn't have to play 40, 43 minutes. Yes. He can play 33, 34 minutes. He can kind of ride on the coattails of these young players, and that would probably guarantee him another 3 or 4 trips to the finals, and I believe that's in LeBron's best interest.
All right, so a few things here. People at some point are overthinking this a little bit when they're like, how much of a fit is LeBron? All right, first of all, LeBron's a fit on every team in the league.
Every team
in the league, LeBron's a fit on. As far as what
Except the Warriors, you might have to come off the bench.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you couldn't play that good without I was going to say every team in the league, except for the Warriors, need LeBron. Like, the Warriors would like LeBron to not have to go against him, but they're not too worried about going against him this year. And, so he fits everywhere. I understand people think, well, a little redundancy in skill sets with Ben Simmons. I mean, kind of. We've seen that LeBron in Miami can go down on the post and punish you. We've seen LeBron this tenure in Cleveland has developed a much more reliable jump shot than any other point in his career. And according to reports, LeBron is more interested now than ever before at giving up some of those ball handling duties to somebody else. Additionally, what is the best case scenario for Ben Simmons? People say Magic Johnson 2.0. Well, LeBron is already a better version of that. Like, who better than Ben Simmons to learn from than LeBron James? And one other point, the other reason why I think Philly's such a good fit, is we only look at the fit on offense. Defensively, Are you kidding me? That if LeBron can be your third best defender?
People don't think about Philadelphia in their defense. People just look at them for the talent. They talk about the process. But top 3 NBA team in defense, only thing they were lacking is the consistency of the half-court game offensively. So with LeBron coming there, that would really help them where they were weak.
Right, and people can be like, oh, LeBron, but LeBron's not that good of a defender anymore. Well, LeBron exerts so much energy on the offensive side of the ball, and he plays so many minutes, he rests on defense. That would be different in Philadelphia. And if Joel Embiid's the best rim defender, or second best rim defender in basketball, and Ben Simmons is a dominant defender as a guard already because of his length and size, and if LeBron's basically just playing rover, that center field position, that's when that team becomes extraordinarily difficult to score on. So for all those reasons, I think this is the best fit. I think it's the best decision for him.
Antoine Walker was out here earlier and threw an extra little name in the hat and said maybe the Boston Celtics. And why not? If he's going to stay in the East, why not go to the best team in the East and hit up with some of the best young talent in the East, where he could not only mentor a little bit, but with guys who are already so much further ahead, although you would have a nice little reunion with Kyrie Irving there.
Yeah, I think the Kyrie thing is probably the thing that would stop it.
Okay.
You know, would they play together again? You have to realize Kyrie asked him out of Cleveland. I want to be out of here regardless. There is nothing. LeBron was like, don't trade him.
He is my worst nightmare.
LeBron was like, don't trade him. And Kai, he wants a franchise where he's the best player. He said that. That's why he forced the trade out. He wouldn't be the best player again.
But if you could get LeBron James, Danny Ainge would keep Kyrie Irving?
Well, Kyrie only has 1 year left on his contract. He's coming off the knee surgeries. Would they, if LeBron said, I'll come there if you trade Kyrie, sure, they would trade Kyrie. But they also don't. The roster, then all of a sudden, all your best players are forwards. Like, Kyrie is your only true star guard. Jaylen Brown's a 2 that's really a 3.
And you have to move Al Horford because of the money.
Well, not if you move Kyrie. If you move Kyrie, then you don't have to move Al Horford because of the money. But still, you have some issues there. It doesn't work salary-wise.
Yes, I don't think it's a one-for-one LeBron-Kyrie. I believe if you get rid of Kyrie, you have to come off of 2 of those big salaries. That being Gordon Hayward, even though we don't know, no timetable. But, man, Tatum, man, he needs a certain amount of respect. He needs the basketball. He needs to be able to get some buckets.
And you said, and Antoine said, well, go to the best team. This is Boston. I think we're just getting slightly ahead of ourselves with the Celtics. Just a little bit. If LeBron went to Philly, Philly's the best team. And as far as take LeBron out of it...
Well, which team is better without LeBron?
Right. So
that's the way you judge.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Take LeBron out of it. I think Boston's better. I think they're better.
How can you think that? Would your eyes lie to you?
Well, I understand Boston won that series 4-1, and the series of 3 games came down to the wire. I get that. But that part, both their seasons are now over. So now we're talking about who will be better next season, because we're not evaluating Boston as they are now, because they're adding Kyrie and Gordon, right? The Sixers are...
With the players under contract, Boston is a lot better than the team Philadelphia would put on the court.
I think that's... My point is I'm not as certain as everyone else is.
They're potentially getting 2 players that are in the top 4 players that would be in the series, and they just beat them 4-1.
I get all that. I also think that next year, Embiid will be better than any player on Boston. I think next year, Ben Simmons has a chance to be as good as any player on Boston. You and I feel very differently about Ben Simmons. I understand
Just show me Ben Simmons in the history books. Show me a guy who came in. The Magic Johnson 2.0? No. I saw Magic. I saw Magic at Michigan State. I saw Magic as a rookie.
As the Lakers.
Okay. I saw him. I saw him in his second year. I saw him in the playoffs when the stakes got higher with Magic Johnson. So please, slow down on the Ben Simmons Magic thing. Like, maybe say Ben at the beginning of the show and Magic at the end of the show. Because right now you can't put them in the same sentence.
Let me throw one other thing out there. What about if he joins the Rockets? Did they immediately become the favorite?
Well, they become,
Golden State don't want to see LeBron go there.
Oh, I'm sure not.
Well, but here's the thing with the Rockets, and this is where LeBron's decision is so different than Durant's 2 years ago. Durant had only one place he could go to he would be criticized for. If Durant stayed, it would have been fine. If he went to Miami or Boston or even hometown to D.C., it would have been fine. Golden State he was going to get criticized for. LeBron is running out of places that he wouldn't get criticized for.
That's why I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, okay, fair enough. Like, maybe that is
there ain't nowhere he can go where he ain't going to get criticized, so you know something? I ain't going to spend too much time worrying about that.
Because if he stays in Cleveland, people say winning's not important. If he goes to L.A., people say it's not even about basketball, it's about your brand. If he goes to Houston, people say joining the MVP in a 65-win team. There's not as many arrows to throw or to shoot if he goes to Philly. Because nobody says Philly is a championship team without him right now. Nobody says Philly, oh, they already have an MVP. Like, Philly's the one for all those reasons makes sense. But while everyone's talking about LeBron in Philly, LeBron's been quiet about this the whole time.
And probably will be for a while.
Right. This could be another year, where all of free agency opens on July 1. And it's all frozen until LeBron makes his decision. How does Houston decide whether or not to re-up Capella until they hear from LeBron? How does Philly decide? Do we want to do everything we can to trade for Kawhi until you hear from LeBron?
What is Danny Ainge going to do? I mean, no one really factors in what poor Danny Ainge is going to have to deal with now.
This is show 192.
Yeah.
It is 177th show. She's mentioned it in our friend Jenna Olson.
The one guy who has yet to follow me.